right, late start. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. This is stage 4 of Tour de Zwift. This is the long, grueling stage of Reine. I've done this a couple of times before, and I only like to do it with big ol' events. So fast forward through all the lead-in and everything, we're getting right into the base of the climb. Historically, I have been terrible at these long efforts, especially steady state stuff. I think I've really improved lately. Most notably in FRR when we did the 4 Horsemen. In addition, I'm with my co-commentator here.
Hi, I'm Gia. It's really nice to meet you.
Very nice. Gia, what's number 1 here?
Pick a pace.
Pick a pace. Yeah, I'm going to give 4 tips that I have learned as a sprinter to become a better climber. Number 1 is pick a pace, as my co-commentator Gia just said. What you need to do this on is obviously pick a number. Pick a power that you are shooting to sustain for the duration of the climb. This is going to be a very long climb, so you need to look at a couple different factors, like what have other people in your weight or age category done, and what is your previous record if you've done the climb before. So, for example, I saw on Zwift, looking at some beta, what other people have done. And I was shooting on about an hour and 15 minutes, so approximately 75 minutes worth of climbing. That's a long climb. I have done this route before, but I look at some power graphs and I see what I've done for about an hour 20, an hour 15. This is from Zwift and Zwift Power, respectively. Chances are, if you're watching this video, you have access to both of those. Here's my previous Strava record of a minute, or excuse me, I wish it was a minute, an hour and 12 minutes. That's hindsight. I didn't look at that one until after I finished that. But number 2,
stick to the pace.
Stick to the pace. So whatever pace you choose, stick to that. So in this case, I'm shooting for a threshold of about 265 or so, but there's a couple stipulations. When you need to make adjustments, for example, the terrain right here, it not only does it level out, but it actually goes into a decline at a couple different portions. And then it ramps back up. And even then, sometimes you're holding 9, 10%. Other times it spikes up to 11, 12, 13%. So sometimes your pace is going to be a little bit off. Also, like, are you working on or looking at positioning? Do you want to attack? Are you feeling pretty good? So you got to have the pace and adjust it when necessary. But also know when to not do all the work and know when you need to work together with the people around you or get any sort of draft or just let them set the pace. Sometimes goes a long way.
Number 3 is drink and eat.
You said it right, Gia. Not in that order, but yeah, you're right. That is so crucial, especially on long climbs like this. Personally, I found it difficult to eat anything. In scenarios like this, I'd much prefer to drink my carbs and my energy rather than eat it because as it went on, the heart rate steadily increased. And again, it just became harder. Conversation was very difficult. So eating anything, especially any sort of bar, maybe a gel would have been a little different. But drinking was far easier. So stay hydrated. Kind of a common sense one, but nonetheless, still very important, especially on a very long climb like this.
Hey guys, it's Gia. Please don't give up. On your bike, keep doing stuff to make you more stronger and make you more healthier, and drink water and eat.
That was it. Especially guys like me who are sprinters and not climbers, and you really have to work at things like this. Again, this is a very long climb, it's a very long route. Don't give up. That's the hardest thing. You have to dig deep. This hour plus efforts are grueling. So it's that mental pain cave that you enter. You got to work through it. Go ahead, Gia.
And just keep pedaling. Keep pedaling, because if you don't pedal while you're on your bike, you would not get stronger.
And you wouldn't get up the mountain.
Yes. So this is a steep mountain, and go ahead, Eric.
Yeah. All right, that's all for now. All right, switching gears, looking at this from more of a race perspective other than tips. I am trying to work with this guy. He just dropped a couple below. Halpern. He was right there with me for quite some time, and we're working together. There was another guy who I wanted so badly to ride him off my wheel because he did a late join and his distance was half that of mine. So his workload was half that of mine. And I was like, I'm not working with this guy. I'm working with 100%er. And it ain't him. So I rode him straight off my wheel. He's not in the standings anymore. I don't see him. Also, I just have a personal challenge for myself to get a like top 60, top 50 if we're feeling like real fresh. However, I got a late start myself. Not a late join. I started the event. It hit go. I wasn't even clipped in yet. So I was approximately 15 seconds behind, but with 400 riders, 400 plus riders. There's a very long, very strung out just group that, you know, you work your way up, especially on this flat lead in. But I'm crushing it. I am so excited about myself right now and the effort I'm putting in. So I'm putting in this attack right here, trying to bridge up to this next group. And what's so deceptive on these long mountain climbs like this is that when someone is just a couple seconds in front of you, or it says a couple seconds, which usually I feel like is kind of far, but I'm like, oh, he's right there. It's not 3 seconds. That's not 8 seconds. And then I start doing an attack, and I'm like, wow, these guys are way ahead. So the time and what I'm looking at don't always add up in my mind. So here we are with 2 miles left, and sitting 66th. This other guy right behind me, LaBerge, if I'm pronouncing that right, he's one to mark. So keep your eye on him. He goes up, and my power kind of dropped back a little bit again on this undulating terrain. You got to watch that kind of stuff. It's super easy. It's easier when it's just steady and smooth. But then once it goes into a decline, I just kind of lose it a little bit. So we both use our arrow power up for, you know, that's not going to do us any good whatsoever. Gia, what do you think? Can I get a top 60? I'm in 64th right now. She's speechless. She's absolutely blown away.
You can get a top 70.
Top 7. Well, I'm already in top 70, so you're right about that. And then we got, I mean, dude, 1 more mile, and I'm hurting real bad right now. Putting in the power. I'm holding the gas. Just continue to accelerate and really hold it down. And man, I'm sweating just watching this back. I'll tell you what. This LaBerge guy, I lose him. Watch this real close. All of a sudden, the terrain goes down. The gradient decreases, and my power went down with it. And the 2 guys in front of me, they just like take off right about here. Furthermore, I know the route keeps on going. The road keeps on going further ahead, so I don't actually know where the ending is. But right about here, these guys just take off, and I don't know what I'm doing, sleeping, I guess. And then the finish line is going to be right around the corner, and I realize it a little bit too late, so I just empty the tank. I go full gas, pass him, and there's LaBerge right at the finish line. He already beat me, and he got away. So kind of bummed about that, but overall in Zwift Power, I got 50th overall, and I was very proud of my effort, plus a new 40-minute power. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something, and I hope you improve as a result.